So it's time for me to take this Cape Sundew and separate it from the Venus flytrap that's growing inside this particular pot. My plan of action, and also to take these babies and put them into a pot of their own. So my plan of action is to see if I can get this sundew out without disturbing the Venus flytrap, and then ideally leave the Venus flytrap in this particular pot. But I have a feeling it's not going to work out that simply. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is try and get these little babies out so that I can get them into their new pot. This is something I've never tried before, so I just want to see if it works. And then I'm going to fiddle with these two. My instinct is telling me it's a good idea actually to take everything out and start again, because the soil that I need for a sundew is different to the soil for a Venus flytrap. And logic dictates if I'm going to see success with this Venus flytrap in summer, it would be a good idea. So I'm going to attempt that now. So the first thing I want to do is try and coax these little babies, if you can see them, out of the soil. And I think using my tweezers is going to be the best bet. I'm not necessarily going to grab them and pull. I'm actually going to use this more like a digging tool to see if I can just get them out safely. Oh, that's coming out beautifully. Okay. So now I am going to use my tweezers as a bit of a grabby tool. Okay, that's just going to go on the side there ever so carefully. So that went really, really well. I think I'm going to leave them until the end when I replant this guy over here. And as you can see, it's actually quite loose. So I think it's going to be quite easy to get these out here. And I'm going to attempt that now using my usual method, spoons. Okay, this hasn't gone quite according to plan. I've managed to loosen this one ever so slightly, but because the Venus flytrap is taking up so much real estate here, and with your sundews you can at least grab a certain portion, I am just trying to gently coax these roots out from underneath the Venus flytrap, which is proving to be problematic. But you can see there is movement happening here. But I feel like I'm putting pressure on some of these roots. So what I'm going to do next is dig out the Venus flytrap. Okay, using my spoon method, this has come out in a nice neat clump, and it is completely separate from the sundew, which is excellent news. So I'm just going to place this on the side, like I regularly do with my other plants. And then I'll be able to get this root system out intact. And it has actually attached itself to the bottom of the pot. Can you see how thick those roots are in comparison to what we've been seeing with the Venus flytraps? And there it is. The whole thing is out, and there's not a lot of soil stuck to that. Again, I don't want to fiddle too much with these roots, so I'm not going to separate the soil. I'm just going to set that on its side. And then I'm going to prepare this pot, because this is where the Venus flytrap is going back in. So using the same method as in my previous videos, removing the excess soil, getting rid of this old soil and putting in the new stuff. And then to repot that, and then again removing all the dead plant matter. I've decided to go for a larger pot than originally thought, because if you look at the size of this guy, he's going to outgrow that pot by the end of the summer. And that's not ideal. So I'm going to put him in a bigger one. Same process as before. I'm going to compact the soil ever so slightly because I have gone too high. I might even take a spoonful or so out, but follow the same process as before.